What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Come talk some Jimmy Buckets with us, and we'll try to talk some Phillies. Stupid money, let's go. Let's go. This ain't the fuck night. Oh, this game he stinks.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio, the flagship. It's always brought to you by our doc. Make them yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, locations in Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They accept most major insurances. Go check out our doc. Make them yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy.com is where you can find them, and on all your social media platforms. No Uncle Sweeps tonight on the baseball field. No Uncle Wills tonight. Currently Wooders warm. Cannonball talk out of the big fella. Hopefully we get you video. That's Greg Milakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. The family out there, welcome in. We'll do Crumb of the Week at the end of the show. Phillies, Mets, give you some live reactions, which, I mean, I don't know what you're reacting to. We'll give you some live reactions and some post-game of more bad baseball. Main topic at hand is going to be Celtics Heat Game 7 live reactions. Boston up 16 right now in the second. Ties into our poll question brought to you by Manscaped. And you can get 20% off and free shipping with our code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. Listen, just got some things in. Got the body spray in. Okay, body spray is phenomenal. Got the regular deodorant in. Big fan. Smells delicious. And then you clean all the rest of it up with like the fork and knife and get the lawnmower and the weed whacker on there and really clean your plate. Clean your plate, people, and use promo code A2D and get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Our poll question for tonight is obviously, Eastern Conference Finals related, but ties back into here in Philadelphia, and that's Jimmy Butler will haunt the Sixers until they win a championship. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, that's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow, download, review, do it all, and most importantly, comment in tonight. Let us know where you're tuning in from and answer the poll question. It's like a tough one. It's like I'm almost like, for the first time ever, I'm like in a split. Haunt such a tough word. No, I disagree. I disagree that it's going to haunt us. Like I personally have moved on from it because like I'm not a time machine guy. There's a lot of time machine cats out there, right? And it happens in not only the sports I coach, I preach. There's no time machine, or I'll be rich. You understand? Like, hey guys, I'll be rolling up with somebody driving me here. Make sense? So there's no time machines. All right, I'll take my private jet in, right? Private helicopter, landing center. Okay, there's no time machines in sports. And if you live in a time machine, guess what? You're probably going to stink your next time out. So as a player, you can't live there, even though I think our big man does to this day. But no, I don't think it haunts us, right? What's haunted us, and I don't want to go off topic on it, but what's haunted the Sixers is our best player not being able to show out like this because he's been banged up every time our season's on the line. Okay? That's what haunts us. To say one specific player haunts us, I think is misguided. And you're letting your emotions run too deep with it. What haunts us is our best player has not been healthy in elimination style games in the postseason. I mean, that's the facts of it the last 2 years. So you can have Jimmy Butler all you want. You're not cutting nets down if Joel Embiid is not healthy. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. This isn't excuse driven that he's not healthy. It's just the facts of the matter. All right. So until he's healthy, I don't know what haunts this basketball team outside of that. Outside of that, I can make a case that Ben Simmons will haunt because of what was supposed to be more than Jimmy. Jimmy's been gone for a minute. I love Jimmy Butler. You remember on the trade. You remember how jacked I was for it.
Absolutely.
We got a dog in there. Hey, got a dog here. And not a little puppy. We got a pit bull in the house. I was excited for it. Okay, but I was also on the record that if I had a max one at the ages, I'd probably lean to the younger guy. That doesn't mean that was the right decision. But who knows if it's the right decision or the wrong decision when, again, I've had 2 injuries in the second round of the postseason the last 2 years. Last year, injury not as egregious as this year's, which was unplayable. Okay? So how do I say that Jimmy haunts me? I'm going to look right in the mirror. It's easy to blame other things. Let's look in the mirror. That's my son. And let's be factual. That won't work, no matter who the other guy is. Because then, it's Jimmy all by himself? No, Jimmy's had a great supporting cast where he's at and flourishes in it, and he's a damn good basketball player like he's always been. He's a self-made stud. And I tell you, I don't put him in my top 15. I don't. Doesn't mean he's not right at 16 or 17. Doesn't mean he's not a dog. Doesn't mean he's not a fighter. Doesn't mean he's not a winner. But to say haunts, he needs to win a championship to haunt me. Not just going the one. Right? Like going the 1 or 2 doesn't haunt me. You cut nets down somewhere else, now the haunt happens. Eastern Conference Trophy won't haunt. Winning the whole, because nobody remembers who loses.
Right.
Everybody remembers winners. Winners get remembered. Losers they're not good enough. Even if they're a top 50 player of all time, right? They're not good enough if you don't cut it down. So I love him. And if him and Joe were healthy together, then that would haunt us. But the one guy hasn't been healthy, so nothing haunts us. I'll leave you right at this again. Nothing haunts us but the health of Joel Embiid. That's as clear as day as you can make it. We can analytical it. We can talk about who we should have kept. We should have Tatum and Butler. And blah, 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 blah. That's time machine talk. The facts of the matter is moving forward. If we want to get to the end goal, we ain't doing it unless Joel Embiid's healthy. I don't give a shit if you had Jimmy and whoever else. You're not winning. You're not winning at all. Like, come on. You're winning it all with Jimmy and Joel versus that Golden State team? I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's an unknown. You have a better chance. But guess what? I'm going to be left with Jimmy because Joel's hurt. And that supporting cast around Jimmy isn't good enough. So, I mean, everybody missed me with the Jimmy haunt. And I'm one of the biggest Jimmy guys out there. But I see people who post about him all the time. Like, it's like, they lost their girl.
Mm-hmm. Come
on, man. We get out of the second round the last 2 years if we have a healthy Embiid. I don't give a shit.
That's absolutely fact. Yes, because that Heat series with us in the Heat was very close, even with Joel as banged up as it was. Right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, I would it go 6 games, 5 games, 6 games? Right? It went 6.
Went 6. Yep.
Yeah, it went 6. And we were still there, neck and neck with Joel at 50%, right? Or 80%, whatever it was.
Might have went 5.
Maybe, yeah.
Was it 4?
But those games were close in the crux of it, right? You know what I mean? Like, the scores might have been outlandish at the end of the game, but in the crux of the game, they were, for the most part, close games to where you have to your point, you have a healthy Joel Embiid, that's a completely different series, right? Well, because he missed games 1 and 2 as well. That's the other side of it, right? You know, and I disagree to the poll as well. I think Jimmy Butler made a change, or his game made a change this season, and especially this postseason. Jimmy Butler was never that scorer that he's become. And that's probably a product of what he needs to do to get his team to where they need to get to, right? But Jimmy's always been, as you said, top 15 to 20 guy, you know, has always been a scorer, but has never needed to score in the 30s and 40s like he has this year. So I think that kind of also makes you, like, when you sat there early in the thing, like, I'm at a crux here, right? Like, you didn't know, because we're seeing a different Jimmy Butler than we also saw 2 years ago or 3 years ago too, right? The fact of the matter, though, is he made the decision, right? I'm sure there was decisions made here by this front office that when obviously went into that decision, but he was the one that ultimately made the decision to leave here. I think what's going to end up haunting us, I completely agree with the health of Joel Embiid, but you look at the health and the corpse of what is James Harden, right? What does our team look like right now, right? Jimmy's gone, has been gone. We've moved on. We've made the move that our front office thinks is the move. So what does that move turn into, right? What does James Harden turn into next year? Do we buy into that he was just being a decoy for the last 2 years? And next year we're going to get the full-on James Harden because all of a sudden he's going to be in a spot that makes him happy all of a sudden, right? Like playing in Brooklyn with 2 of the top 5 players in the world, and you being potentially 3 of the top 5 players in the world didn't make you happy. But being here all of a sudden is supposed to, quote-unquote, make you happy and make you want to be healthy and play again. You know what I mean? Do we believe that? Or are we going to get the same? Oh, geez, you almost hit that. Or are we going to get the same thing that we've gotten, you know, since the trade deadline, right? So I think that, along with Joel's postseason injury history, because he's done a really good job of keeping him on the floor in the regular season, right? He just gets these freak injuries. Like how Siakam still hasn't been disciplined for a flat-out elbow to the face is a completely different story. But in the playoffs, he seems to come up with these very strange injuries that aren't necessarily his fault that ultimately, to your point, are going to haunt us, along with whatever comes out of whatever James Harden and who he is after this trade and this offseason. What does that become?
Yeah, and I don't know that, and I don't think anybody does. You know, they're going to try to sell it when they do give him whatever extension they do, and saying that, you know, the hammy wasn't 100%, and they're gonna milk the cow, and they're gonna try to say that, you know, use some of those things out in the public to make it make sense for them as a business decision. So I don't know what the guy is. You know, he's probably somewhere in the middle of what he used to be and what he is now, right? And, like, that's about as far as I can go with where he is. So, I mean, a guy who can maybe make $25 million a year, you know, if anybody maxes him, I think they should be fired immediately from whatever team does that. But I think he's somewhere in the middle. But even with him, right, we circle back to the elephant in the room again. You know, that's all great, right? But without a healthy Joel, this is never going to work.
Yep. No
matter who the hell you bring in. And I think people need to start looking at something and say to themselves, like, you know what, man, you know, star hunting, I'm not so sure about it. You know, I'd rather build a team the right way. Right? Because we talked about it on some shows, like, name teams that make trades mid-season for stars and they win anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You want to talk to me year 2? Sure. I mean, listen, the more stars you have, the better. I'm never going to run away from that. Right? But, like, you can't expect that, like, instant. It's like, you know, everybody loves a microwave, right? It's instant, right? You can't microwave championships. Make sense?
Yep.
You got slow roast. You got slow cook. Okay, and that's what we need to do for a second here. So like everybody that like wants to make all these other trades this all season, like I sort of shy away and say, you know what, man, I would almost run it back with some upgrades, bench wise, right, and look at it that way and try to gain some sort of goddamn chemistry as a group. I mean, what chemistry we had over the last 3 years, 4 years? We go make the move for Jimmy and Tobias. Right? We can't expect to win a championship. Like the following year, sure. So there's so many moving parts that factor into it. There really is.
No, you're absolutely right. And all season, mid-season trades, you're completely right. All season trades are different because you should have, all season workouts and all season training camp, you know what I mean, and all that stuff. So all season trades obviously are a little different than in season, but you're absolutely right. To expect an impact from a superstar in a mid-season trade is very tough to expect. You're almost better off trying to like fit a role player spot, right, or a bench spot with a trade at the mid-season, so that way they don't have to rely on that person as much.
True. Don, I don't think Jimmy really wanted to be in Philly. I think he talked to Dwayne Wade and he talked to some other people he was close to, and he knew the tax difference next in playing in Miami. Sorry, so we knew the tax difference and the quality of sort of life as your body gets a little older with a little bit warmer weather than it would be in Philadelphia or Chicago or Minnesota. I mean, think about the places he played. So he didn't choose to be here; he was traded here. So remember that he didn't sign here saying, "Hey, I want to be in Philly." Do I think he enjoyed his time here? Yeah, I do. But like, is part of it like the Brett and Ben thing? Stop, Bobby. You're saying he loves Philly? Bobby, if he loved Philly as much as you claim, which listen, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, but if he loves Philly as much as you claim, he would be here. He'd be here. This team offered him max money. The offer for max money was here. I get the Brett thing and the Ben thing. Totally get that side of it, okay? But if you love a place that much, you stay and hope to run those two out.
Yeah, and hope to be the leader to weed those guys out.
Like, I just don't buy in. Like, a guy loved it there. He might love certain things about it, but you can't tell me, these guys aren't computers, Bobby. Like, what would you love more to live in?
I was just there, Miami.
You want to live in Philly winters? Or you want to live in Miami? And the tax breaks when you're making that kind of money
alone
is big time. Big time. So
the tax breaks when you're just making normal money is almost like a pay increase.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't, I think that that's a little bit far-fetched, because I think anybody that loves it somewhere stays where they're at. So he might have loved parts of this fan base. I'm not going to say he didn't. He loves Joel. We know that. But there's other things he didn't love about it, and that's the cold weather. I mean, I keep saying, think about it. The guy played in 3 fucking freezing places throughout his career, right? I mean, 3 like, right? And so, I mean, the guy's begging.
Bone-chilling cold.
Yeah, the guy's begging to get down south. So, and like I said, Bobby, I'm not going to say the guy didn't love Philly, but not enough to stay, right? And that's the difference maker. Both offered him the same money. People try to say they offered him, we didn't offer him as much as they did. I find that hard to believe. We didn't choose Tobias over him. Tobias was our second option in that situation. So, here we are.
Yeah, it was once Jimmy made his decision to leave, we then had to make our decision to lock up Tobias, right? However, that's just how that works out.
Bobby says, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you too. I mean, it's almost like I agree with parts of it for sure. John says, and Jimmy's love for playing with Joel wasn't strong enough to keep him here in Philadelphia, and that's the truth too. So how much does he love Joel? Right? I mean, Vitaly says we lost the Harden trade. How? Like I listen. Most trades and a guy doesn't like, and we get that guy. I'm like, oh yeah, we lost. But like, how do we lose it? The one guy's the biggest pussycat around. I mean, Castellanos had to air his house out for like for like a good 2 weeks because it smelled like some bad you know what in there. It smelled like some bad pussycat in there. So, I mean, I'll never say I lost that trade. And if you're gonna tell me because of like I feel it coming, like Drummond or Seth, looks like you probably relax on that.
Familia actually got out of the inning. Holy smokes. 3-1 Phils, top 8. Celtics up 55-49 at halftime. It was when we came on the air, they were up 16 points. Is that what you said, right, Tom? 15, 16 points. And Miami got it back down to 6 going to halftime. So I'd have to think that they feel pretty good on that, where they're at. Tatum's got 13. Brown's got 15 to lead the Celtics. Jimmy's got 24, and Bam's got 11 to lead the Heat. No one else in the Heat has more than 5 points. Boston's a little bit more balanced with the scoring, a 7, 8, 9 to go with their secondary scoring. Where were you? Where was your head at in this game prior to the game? Were you thinking Heat win and cover? Were you thinking Boston covers the 3 on the road? What was your head at? What was your thinking?
I took the Heat plus the 3, and then I live bet them plus 11.5 as well. So that's where my confidence level was.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not overly sold on like either team. They both had their like hiccups in this series.
Yeah.
But I just went with like Miami. From everything I hear, that every sport and every team, you wonder why teams have trouble playing in Miami for every sport, and we know the reasons.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that Boston's out partying. I'm just saying you get down to Miami, and I know you got a job to do, but you're also human.
Yeah.
And it's also it's a nice walk on the beach. Is all I'm saying. Nice walk on the beach.
Yeah, I was kind of with you heading into the game. I thought the Heat, whether they won or not, it was going to be a very close game. At home, game 7, to where they probably do cover the 3. And I think it was I would have thought it would have been a low scoring game, and taking the unders.
Okay.
Which I think were 197. We're almost right there now, kind of on pace, right? 55-49 is 104. So, if it keeps up, the overs are hit, right? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's the type of game I expected. So it's interesting to see how they come out of halftime. See who's got the juice coming out of halftime. In order to run that first 4 minutes of that third quarter, which we know in every sport is, especially basketball in the NBA, is so important.
No, it's big time important, right? And we'll see who makes that early run. But it's just funny how nobody holds leads.
Yes.
Nobody holds leads.
And especially coming from two teams that are supposed to be the super defensive-minded teams, right?
Yeah.
Miami and Boston supposed to be these, number 1 and 2 defensive metrics team, and they both can't hold leads.
Nope. Where else was I? I don't know, Vitaly. Like who? Okay, you could have said McCollum and some other names, but again, if Joel's hurt, it doesn't matter. That's the point everybody's missing. So until that guy's fully healthy for a full season / postseason, I don't want to hear who we should have traded for. It doesn't matter. Would you see that quick reaction?
I see the swatting of bugs.
There's like a goddamn gnat flying around. I feel like I got him with my paw. And I feel like I was like in beat fighting a lion. Got him. All right, Camargo lead off walk. I mean, that probably won't come around, but hey, trying to hold out hope. So who do you think wins this game now? Because this is we're back into like a dogfight now, which you would hope from a game 7, especially for a team at home. I mean, goodness gracious, you get blown out at home at game 7. Don't tell me about nobody haunting me ever. You know what I mean? I mean, you're haunted by the strippers, babe. You ain't haunted by me. That lap dance with that, he left a little juice in his boxers. and lost a little mojo tonight. You know what I mean? That's what that tells me. So nobody is getting blown out now. So we'll see how this holds out. But who are you taking now?
I think the momentum is on Miami's side, right? You close that gap, you get that under 10, going into halftime. You would think that Spoelstra has got some defensive tricks up his sleeve to slow down Brown and Tatum. I know that's a task that not many people can do, and not many people have done it yet in the postseason. I think the key comes down to, and we kind of saw glimpses of it there towards the end of that first half, is when Max Strus is in the game, when Tyler Hero are in the game, and they're guarding the likes of Marcus Smart or Devin White or whatever that kid's name is, Derek White.
Derek.
Do they make them work on the offensive end? I don't know what happened. I just see Schwarber sitting there, and did he check swing bunt it?
He swung. A little roller up the first base side. I mean, dude, it's bad. Yeah, go ahead.
No, so that's what I think is going to be the key, right? Max Strus, Tyler Hero, are they going to be able to play enough defense to make it hard on the guys that they're covering to make up for, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown being able to get theirs at will?
Yeah, I mean, it might not matter if Jimmy continues to do what Jimmy does.
Sure.
I think Miami, part of this is my hatred for Boston, so I'll say that before I even say a word. So, part of it's my hatred for Boston, but I think Miami wins this basketball game. No rhyme or reason. I think both teams are tough defensively. I just think they get maybe a little home cooking here in the second half, and they come out winners of this basketball game. I mean, either way, I got Golden State winning it all. I said that, when the both sides finals started, that, hey, I mean, they're the class. It's going to be tough for anybody to beat them. It just is. I mean, Boston scoring wise, because of Brown and Tatum, maybe give the best 1-2 punch to play with them, but I don't think they got enough firepower. And I know Miami does it. So it's all matchups. You can't really tell until you play somebody, right? It's good. It's all matchup based.
Sure.
Who matches up better. I don't know if either one match up well, but I would say Boston probably matched up the best, even though I think Miami wins tonight. And fucking weird, right? But no,
but I think you're right with Boston.
One more pop.
They got a little bit more length overall too, right? You know what I mean? Like Tatum and Brown aren't your typical 2-guard. I mean, they're both 3-guards, right? And one plays a 2-guard and one plays a 2-guard light, right? You know what I mean? So
it's fucking low. I mean, it's low.
No, it was bad.
It's low, dude. It's low. All right. Yeah. And we're missing defensive player of the year in Marcus Smart. We're not even talking about the impact he has on a basketball game, and probably gets a carry matchup or gets a Clay matchup, whatever, right? Yeah. But I mean, man, they got like 4 guys who can flat out get theirs over there. That's tough to beat. When you're talking about Steph, Clay, Wiggins, and Poole, they got a lot of offense over there that they can deliver in bunch different ways. So they're tough, but I still think it's a 6 or 7, no matter who goes and sees them.
And then you got the guy that no one thinks about and talks about until you're in the series, and Draymond, right? The guy just does everything. Yeah. Gets into your skin, right? Gets under your skin, annoys the hell out of you, but it's just like PJ Tucker, right? Just like, Marcus Smart, right? Those guys that do a lot of different things that help teams win ball games.
Mark Sullivan claims he's drinking White Claws right now too, Tom. I'm not. I'm not drinking at all. I'm lucky enough to get up 6 a.m. for a consi tomorrow, but we'll maybe dabble in a White Claw when it's all said and done for sure. Alec just had a big walk. Go first and second. Harper coming up. Can he do it again? I mean, does he have another one in him? I mean, you're talking about a must-win game right now. Like, I need Bryce Harper to lose a baseball right now. I know it's lefty on lefty, or at least a double in the gap. Right? I need something big right now, and I hate to put it all on him, but this is where we're at. This is the bed we've made. Right? And tonight's unacceptable. I mean, tonight you're losing 3-1. Now you get no offense, right? So it's like one night you get no pitching, you get some bats. The next night, it's ebb and flow of one or the other not playing up the standard. This is what bad teams do.
And like I said in our group chat, right? Like we're a Johan Camargo. We're a shortstop away from being a 1-1 game, right? Like I love Camargo. I love the fact that you're muted. I love what he brought to. Oh, there you're back. You're back.
Oh, what did he do? I was driving. I didn't see it.
Yeah. So there's the ground ball to first. Reese looked the runner back at third and then threw a high ball to second. Camargo didn't hold the bag to get the out at second and then tried to throw it home to get the out at home. So, like, again, you look at a team that's playing so poorly that they're all trying to do so many different things at once, right? That if you just hold the bag, allow just one run to score, then you can get a ground ball double play and be out 1-0. Instead, that compounds the inning. Wheeler's now throwing 30 pitches in the inning. Now they're up 3-0.
Greg,
this is what we get.
Easiest, hardest sport in the world, okay? And I preach it on a daily.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Of course not. Why would that happen for us, you know?
He smoked the ball in his first at bat, but hit it to dead center. And kind of same thing. They ended up catching on the track.
Listen, it's about the little things, okay? Baseball comes down to all the little things. Can I do the little things well? Can I run the bases well? Can I make the routine plays, right? Can I throw strikes? Do I have good at bats, right? You know, am I dedicated and committed to all the little stuff? And I preach that to players all the time. Like, can you commit yourself to doing all the little things right? Because that's what's going to separate you. That's what's going to make you a good baseball player down the road, right? Can I do all the little stuff right? The routine stuff that I need to do right, can I consistently do that right? And if I can consistently do that right, now we can get into doing the bigger things right? Where I make great plays and I got great range, or you get it, right? This team does nothing right. Got it. Let's go. This team does nothing right. I have more hits than they do. But so I don't know where you go from here. I don't know after you lose this game and you get swept by the Mets, and now you're at
your last 6.
Yeah, like listen, you can fire Joe. I don't think it does a damn thing.
It's not going to fix anything. But what else do you have? But what else can you do? Right? You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing that you can do, that you could try. Because I completely agree. There's so many things to go. Joe being a big part of it, yes. But there's so many things going wrong right now that doing that one thing is not going to all of a sudden make Kyle Schwarber a 260 hitter. Because let's be real, if he's 260, we're loving it right now, right? But I think everybody after that signing all understood, though, at least all of us with some common sense, that signing couldn't be it, right? You needed that other piece. Unfortunately, Castellanos is playing just as bad right now. I don't expect Castellanos to continue. Schwarber is what Schwarber is. He always has been. You were hoping to kind of get a 240 to 260 hitter out of him that would also lose some baseballs. Nobody was expecting to get a below 200 hitter in Kyle Schwarber, right? You know what I mean? Like that's unacceptable. 100%.
Yeah.
And Paul, yes, he tried to make 2 or 3 throws to second base today that have been high and inside the runner. You know how when you're sitting there coaching, you got to get a lane for first baseman. Go get your lane. And he's throwing it over the runner, which is leaving your shortstop out to dry. And what are you supposed to do with that?
Listen, dude, it's a joke. I mean, I would have traded that guy for bullpen help 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they still haven't done it, and I'm not going to hate on Reese. I'm just going to say, like, well, look around the league. I mean, come on, man. I mean, look around the league. You need to have, in today's day and age of baseball, you need to have a lights out pen. All the good teams have lights out pens. I mean, where do you see what happens in the 9th? All right. We're going to have all the Latin music going on. All right. It's going to be a party.
Slide piece after slide piece.
Yup. It's going to be a party. It's like Enter Sandman, right? Enter Sandman. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. And if you don't have that, right, just starting there, if you don't have that, you're in trouble. And then we don't have that, and we have a bunch of other just stuff. That's what our bullpen is. It's stuff. Is it better stuff than last year? Cool. Thanks for rubbing my balls. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it better stuff than 2 years ago? Sure. Again, thanks for rubbing and not finishing. It's all it is. All right. It's get out. Get out. Get out. Get out, Nikki. Get out, Nikki.
Let's go.
Get out,
Let's
Nikki.
go. Of course, I turned back to the baseball. Didn't think that was going to happen. Let's go.
Giddy up.
That's what we needed right there.
Huge.
Bryce,
Wow.
I mean, Bryce had a good swing, put a good charge on it, but you needed someone else to come back and get a big hit.
That's 0-2 too, or 1-2. That was 0-2. 0-2 slider up in the zone.
Up in the zone. Nicky got the barrel on it, and good night.
Maybe it was a fastball. I don't know. Or slider that didn't slide. Fastball. Either way, let's look at the bench. I mean, that's a big knock.
Huge.
Big knock, Nicky. Big knock. Now we go back.
And Ottavino's been pretty good for the most part, too.
Yeah, well, listen, Greg, we go back to the conversation at hand. Another elephant in the room, right? We talked about early on, Joel Embiid being the elephant in the room. You can't stay healthy. Jimmy don't haunt nobody, right?
Yep.
Now we go back to the other elephant in the room. The last 6 outs.
Yeah. And it's going to be huge here.
Yeah, do you have it to get it done? Because listen, what I can see happening is another big knock. We had a big knock from Harper in Atlanta. We end up losing that game, right? I could see here again another big knock and another blown game.
Yeah.
And if that happens, we can talk about firing Joe, but I need to fire what's in the back end of my bullpen. And then I'm looking through our minors last night, right? And there's nothing. I mean, there's Andrew Painter and Nick and Mick Abel.
And they're starters, so it's not like you're bringing them into the pen.
I mean, Painter's 19. I would bring him up. I'd bring him up yesterday. He's 19. I would have just brought him up. All right, I've seen him throw live when he was 8. When he was 17, he was a freaking horse. He was a horse. He's ready. He's big and bad. Put him in the pen.
I would have to think that the 8th inning here is Sir Anthony because he hasn't been used yet. Familia and Hand have been used, so if I'm projecting, that's my thought. And then of course, if it holds, then you go Knievel in the 9th.
And a great time for tack on too. I mean, a great time for maybe another two-run bomb here, and you tack on, and you feel a little bit more comfortable getting these last 6 outs because this baseball team needs a win in the worst way possible. KZ wants to take shots. Tom, if Butler leads the team back to the finals, you move him up on your top 25 best player in the league list? No, I have him anywhere from like 16 to 25. I mean, 25 is probably being a little sour grape, right? But I've always been a big Jimmy fan. I just try to put him where he is. He's a dog. He's a pit bull. I love him, but I mean, he's like anywhere from like 16 to somewhere in the 20s, depending on who you have.
And kind of as I mentioned too, like with this playoff run, he was never the scorer that he's become in this playoff run. He was always good to get you 20 a night, 22 a night, but now he's up there averaging 28, 29, almost 30 a night in a series. That's never been Jimmy Butler. That's never been him. So he's turned it on in the last, in this playoffs, and that's a completely different, different type of player and scenario. Than what he was when he was here.
Yep, true. Big knock, Spidey. Big knock.
And huge of Gene there. I mean, Gene, you better have gotten there. Like if you're out there, Gene, then just continue to walk home.
Yeah, I'll never be mad about aggressiveness. KZ said he's a mini superstar. I call him mini Kawhi. Yeah, and that's sort of where I have him. Like he's a mini star. He's like a mini star, but he's a star, but he's not a superstar. He's like somewhere in the middle of star and superstar, right? Like superstar is hard. You know what I mean? Superstar, you got to be a top 5 player in the game for me to call you a superstar. People just, not you, KZ, but people throw out the word superstar too much. I don't know if he's a superstar. Eagle Slayer, we're going to do this all night. I don't know if he's a superstar. Do you know what a superstar is? He's a damn good basketball player. He's a star. He's one of my guys. And I'm telling you, he's a star-ish.
Oh, that puckered up. I can't believe you took that.
And
I mean, it was a ball, but I just can't believe you took it.
Gore just took third.
Attaboy, Gene.
Well, that's what Reese does well. We know this.
Yes, he does have an eye.
He has a tremendous eye. And if he can ever just get hot for a consistent period like he did in the past, he would be gigantic for his baseball team. And I felt like we thought, with less pressure, maybe it's something he could do. And it popped up.
But isn't it typical too? Like, to your point, they moved him down to the 7-8 hole for like 2 or 3 games, and then he hit well, and of course then we move him back up to the leadoff hole. Like, completely different scenarios of being a 7-8 hole hitter and being a leadoff hitter. Like, that's just what Joe does, and it's what he's done this year. And I think he would have thrived if he was in that 6, 7, 8 hole as opposed to being up in the top of the lineup.
I hear you guys. All right, you guys are going to revisionist history. You guys are going to tell me what he's doing right now, and I get it. But like this season, he wasn't. So for like me to say these things, I'm trying to be fair about it. He's also losing right now. Like, I mean, you're acting like they're winning. Like, points are cool, but if you're losing tonight, you gotta convince me with the superstar shit.
and back up to 14.
Yeah, he's a superstar. They win the game tonight. I know there's other people got to play.
Yeah, back up to 14, 72-58, halfway through the third quarter.
I don't even want to do this tonight, Greg. I don't even want to talk about where he ranks. You know what I mean? Like he's good. He's damn good. Like, people can have him higher than me, and that's be you, boo-boos. Not you, Spidey, just in general. Like, be whatever you. It's agree, disagree radio. Whatever you guys have him is fine.
That's what makes rankings fun.
Yeah, he's not a top 5 player in the league, so we can all stop right there. So it takes him out of the superstar conversation. So if you have him 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, star, 11, 12, like the top 15 to 20 players in basketball, the top 1 to 20 players in basketball are all considered star-worthy. Like, let's be real. They're all star-worthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe even the case for 25. Right? I mean, I think we can all agree on that. There's a lot of good players in the NBA, boys. So wherever you have them ranked, I might have some guys just ranked a little higher. And if he won a championship, then the conversation shifts, obviously. But winning Eastern Conference Finals doesn't jump. It doesn't make us rock hard. I mean, like, I know our standards are low here in Philly now, but the overall standards of the league, that doesn't make me rock hard. Cool, got a lot of Eastern Conference Finals trophies. Get paid to win. Huge swing, Wells. Huge swing. And we were talking about, gotta hold the lead. Can the Phillies hold the lead tonight?
Sadly,
win.
Do you see this probability of win? Only with that swing, they're only a 63% chance to win.
I just threw up. That's why I turned the camera off.
And it is Sir Anthony, so this is what I'd like to see Sir Anthony in these high leverage positions. He's one of those homegrown guys that you hope that is fully back from his injury.
Listen,
now can he get it done?
If he's in the strike zone, he's to me he's more successful than Knable. But I'd rather have Knable 8, him 9. But I understand coming back from Tommy John, like they're not trying to send him back to Tommy John. So they're trying. As much as I hated it the other night, I understand if he's getting 2 days off. I get it. And that's why he's not your closer, because he's not there yet. Now, I would say by the end of the year, by August, September, then
mid-season.
Yeah, then he's now revved up, and he put some substantial time away from that injury, but you still have to be cautious coming back from it. I mean, you can't be egregious with it. And this isn't dismissing Joe, right? You can't be egregious with it with him right now.
98 to top of the zone.
Let's go.
That's unhittable. 98 top of the zone to the bottom of the lineup. You know what I mean? Like, to a guy in your middle lineup, that's hittable. But to the bottom, that's unhittable. You
have swing and miss stuff, right? And that's what defines having good bullpen guys. Swing and miss stuff that's in the strike zone, right? I mean, listen, if he had a quick 1, 2, 3 here, I mean, I run him back out. I run him back out in the 9th. I don't trust Corey Knable. Like, that's not Enter Sandman. It's Enter. All right, my butthole's tight. My butthole is high.
That's enter. Let's just walk the first guy, and then we'll sweat our way through. Yeah, well, he looks good so far.
Oh, my God, Eagle Slayer. That's not what I'm saying. Luka's an obvious superstar. Can we grow up? Miami's got way more talent than Dallas does. And come on. You think, are Luke and Jimmy in the same conversation? Are we okay? Gee, Maron. And I love Jimmy, but stop with the superstar. The pitch. Let's go.
It's nice, though, to see where he started, right? Because we know Joe is going to be cautious, to your point, with him coming back from injury. He started as your long guy, right? Like your 6th, 7th, 5th, 6th, 7th guy, depending on where needed, every other day. And now he's sitting here in the 8th, and he's revving it up. And this is where you hoped he'd be. And to your point, Tommy, in 2 months, in 3 months, maybe there's a switch, right? Maybe that flips. And he becomes a 9th, and Corey walked the first batter. Knievel comes the 8th guy.
Yeah.
Or they're on alternate days, right? So because we know Joe doesn't like to throw guys multiple times in a day, right? Maybe they're on alternate days to where we always have someone available.
Yep, that's what we need. And you hate not having him in the one spot,
All right, Johan.
At a baby. It's a good play.
I was going to say, where was he playing? But then when they show the replay, he was out of the screen. So I was like, oh, my goodness. Was he shaded that far pool? It was a good play, though. Really
Great
good play.
That's what you need.
Yeah. No, they're not.
Really? I don't think they're in the same. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think they're in the same conversation.
Lucas single-handedly got them to where they are. Jimmy's obviously not a single-handed player. Jimmy's playing great. Jimmy's playing out of his mind. No disrespect. Who else on Dallas helped Luka get there?
Yeah, Brunson maybe.
Yeah, and Brunson's going to get paid, right? You know what I mean? But that's it. That is it. You have 2 guards, right? An undersized point guard and an oversized point guard. I mean, Luka's a generational guy. I mean, he's what what we as Sixers fans wished the other guy would have been, right? You know what I mean? Like when we go back and forth, how many times I tell you, all right, let's go, Alec. There's only one guy I'd trade that guy for, and that was Luka. Right, but obviously things change, and that obviously gets blown up when you don't play for a year. But that's a great inning by Sir Anthony. Great inning by Sir Anthony.
Oh, phenomenal inning. Yeah,
but
Luka.
That's where you hold Luka all the way up there.
But Luka's a superstar. Jimmy's a star. I mean, I don't understand why people struggle with that. Like, I don't understand why, like, saying Jimmy's just a star, borderline star, is like a shot. Like, that's a damn good basketball player. His toughness is what you love. But, like, come on. I mean, the Heat are going to get beat up just like Luka did if they played the Warriors. So, I mean, I'm just fair with my stuff. I try to be fair. Like, the top 5 players in the league, not every one of them is going to be playing in the final round. You talk about Steph, okay? Right? You talk about, you can talk about Tatum if people want to go Tatum. You know me, I'm more of a Brown cat, but again, that's my rankings, right?
Right.
All right. So I mean, you could put Tatum in the top 5, fine. Joel's in the top 5. Joker's in the top 5, right? And I'm sure I'm missing somebody right now.
Giannis.
I mean, there's your top 5 players in the league. Right? I mean, who's going to argue that? Your top 5 players in the league are in no specific order: Steph, Joel, Joker, Tatum, if you're a Tatum guy. All right? Luka, and the 6th, Giannis. I mean, there's your top 6 in whatever order you want to rank them in.
Yeah.
Who disagrees with that top 6
And again, that's leaving out a lot of guys.
A lot of guys. Clay's not a top 5 player, Don, at this point. He's
No.
not. He's in the 25 conversation. Like that 25 conversation deep, guys. You're acting like it's a spit on people. Jaylen Brown's a top 20 player in the league. Top 25.
I mean, in that top 6, you left out the likes of like LeBron, KD, Kawhi, right? Guys that were top of that list no more than a year ago.
Yeah, I said he's a top 25 though somewhere. That's what I said about Jimmy Butler. He's top 25 somewhere. It's not a shot. I don't. Wherever you have him, you have him. But he's top 25, top 20. Just come on, guys. And KZ, you can have him top 10. That's your opinion. I don't. I don't. Shit, I'll take the other guy playing against him right now.
You just went 6. I named 3. So that brings it to 9. And Jimmy, sorry's not there. And I hate LeBron. But you can't sit there and say those 3, if healthy, are not there. Maybe Kawhi because he missed a whole year. Cool. Right? All right, take Kawhi. So now you're at 8. Yeah, Jimmy really fitting in there?
He's top 15, top 20. It's where he is. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't take away your ability as a player.
Because here you go. In that side, it's like, all right, the likes of, Ja. Ja, where's Ja fit there? Right? You putting Ja above Jimmy? And it's anybody, right? Somebody might, right? Somebody might, younger, more of a scorer. It
depends what you have. You might have Clay above him.
Might have Clay above him.
Like I said, I mean, who the stars of the league are. And Jimmy, like the superstars. We talked about him. So, people can have him wherever they want to, but he's not top 10. I just think that's like a little much. I understand the playoff side of things, and he's been tremendous. Been tremendous. So,
78-67. Celtics continue to keep a lead. Brown with 21, Tatum with 19, Smart with 18 on the Celtics side. And on the Heat side, you got Butler with 29 and Bam with 21. Nobody else on the team is above 5 points. That would probably be why this spread is 12 points. 11 points. Because no one else right now is scoring for Miami. And that's where they're losing it.
Sorry.
Get the gap. Get the gap.
Wow, you're ahead of me now. That's caught. Yep. Where's Maxey done? I don't know.
He's not close yet.
KZ, because now I expose you. Right? Like, I let you go. Right? Time's yours. Now I expose you. Go look at his regular season numbers, babe. Please. And come on back then. You come back. I'll wait. Now, you want to say you'll wait in the chat? I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. Go look up his regular season numbers. Get back to me. Look at his 3-point percentage. Come on, man. Listen, I'm telling you where he's at, and you want to you guys getting love affairs. Don't tell me he's the reason they were the 1 seed. Are you crazy?
21.4 points a game, 1.6 steals, 5.5 assists, 5.9 rebounds, 23.3% from 3, 48% from the field, 87%. In the playoffs, he's up to 26.9. So he jumped up 6.5 points in the playoffs. And you see that, though, right? You see that.
Yeah, come on. Don't tell me he's the reason they were the 1 seed.
He's
now you're going too far because he had a bad regular season.
I mean, for his career, he's only averaging 17.7 points a game. for his career.
Superstar, though. Superstar, though. I don't care about tonight. You just told me he's the reason they were the 1 seed. He shot 23% from 3, KZ. Come on, man. They have a very good basketball team there. Now I think we're being egregious to what they have.
They were a very good team.
Yeah, they're struggling tonight to help him. Gotcha. Okay? Nobody, because he doesn't have another star. Right? But don't tell me he's the reason they were a 1 seed. They were a very good regular season team. A lot of guys contributed to their regular season success. He missed a ton of games. At least it feels like he did.
Yeah, he only played 53 games.
Yeah, so come on.
57.
I'll wait, KZ. I mean, come on. Can you be more wrong with a comment in the history of comments than that? Everything else he said, I was like, I'm buy-in mode. Right? And then you go there. And then you go there. And then I'm gonna then daddy comes out with the wooden spoon. I just wooden spooned you. I'm sorry, I love you, but I have a wooden spoon you. Come on, man. He's a playoff dog. That's what he is. And I love him for it. And that's why I wanted him back. Right? Come on. Right? That's why I wanted him back. That's why we all wanted him back. We know what he brings. He brings a toughness we're missing. But we don't win shit with Joel being banged up. Even with Jimmy. We're fucking average. Oh, my God. Do you see how good of a regular season Tyler Hero had? Do you see how good of a regular season the rest of their team had? I don't even have the numbers in front of me. I'm just telling you out of guessing with no notes. All right. Bam. Tyler. Gabe Vincent came out of nowhere. Come on. Who else am I missing?
Max Strus.
PJ
Tucker.
Lowry. I'm not saying these guys.
Lowry.
I'm not saying
they did a really good team. Tyler Hero was just 6th man of the year. Because he averaged 75 million points? Let's see. Tyler Hero averaged 20.7.
20.7, but he had nobody there.
But he had, yeah.
Come on, babe. They're bench the reason for the 1 seed.
To that point, the postseason, he's at 13.5.
I'm telling you, don't have another star. That doesn't put him in a different fucking category, KZ. Look at the really good players. They're the 6th man of the year. They have arguably one of the better rim protectors in baseball. I mean, let's just be fair here. They have toughness in PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry. They have shooters that space the floor in Hero, Vincent, Strus, Robinson. Come on. They were a damn good regular season basketball team, and that's where they are, where they're at. But the point is, he doesn't haunt you not being here, because it only haunts you is if you're not getting over the hump with a healthy Joel, and that was the missing piece. We don't know where we stand when he constantly gets hurt. Not having all the rest doesn't matter.
Yeah, Bam averaged a double-double, 19 and 10.
Yeah. They had nobody else.
And I believe was an all-star. Well, here it is, 9th inning time.
I'm curious on what happens here. You know what I do.
He only threw 11 pitches.
He's back out.
He's back out. 11 pitches.
If he's not back out and they lose this game, he gets fired tonight.
If he does come back out, now he sits 2 games, though, right? You know what I mean? Like, in theory, he sits 2.
I need to win.
I don't disagree with you at all.
I can't play for tomorrow no more. These are games I can't get back for a set. And I got to scratch and claw and find ways to win games. And tonight's a must win. Tonight's like game 7 in a World fucking Series to me. You have to win tonight.
And missed in all that is Zack Wheeler battling through 6 innings. Right after that first inning, he held it down to just those 3 runs. Only one of them was earned. He had a rough first inning, and not all on him. Like, there was errors in that. And then 7 Ks, 6 innings, 3 runs, but only 1 earned. That's what you hoped out of him, especially in this type of game where you knew you needed your ace to get you a stop, right? This is where the Nolas, the Wheelers, this is why you pay them guys this type of money, so that way you're able to stop these losing streaks.
KZ, what's your obsession? I'm sorry, Greg. KZ, what's your obsession? Like, I need to know. Like, I didn't name any other
They're
stars.
not stars.
I didn't name any other stars. I'm telling you they're really good basketball players. I'm not telling you they're stars. I'm telling you Tyler Hero's gotten paid because he's a really good scorer. Okay? I'm telling you Bams gets paid because he's a damn good two-way player in this league. Like, come on, man. I'm telling you the list of names they have that are really good basketball players and fit roles. So it's a perfect storm on why they were the number 1 seed. It wasn't because of Jimmy, though. That's where you miss me. Not when he had a terrible regular season for his standards. Come on, man. He shot 23% from 3. God damn it. I don't want to argue this. I'm trying to be happy about the Phillies. You just keep going back to it. You're confusing the world. You confuse everybody that listened tonight. Was I confusing, Greg? Just tell me. I had a long day.
No. I'm right with you because I completely agree. Well, we know Joe made his mind up. Not that there was one or more, but you bring Quinn in to play center, and you move Odubel over to right for Castellanos. Why wouldn't you move him over to left for Schwarber? Again, I know you got to pick the lesser 2 evils, but to me, isn't Schwarber that lesser of 2 evils? Or I guess what? So they have McNeil pinch hitting here. Delorme's a lefty, right? What's Mazika? Mazika's a lefty, so I guess they're putting Odubel in the pool side. Okay, I'll give him that.
Wow.
Did that really just happen?
Wow.
I thought that was a highlight. That's his kid's first game. That's his kid's first game. He just got called up. Dude, I swear I thought that was a highlight. Didn't even think we were in play yet.
I told you. I just told you.
Oh, my God.
You have to run him back out there. This is a fucking joke. It's a disgrace. The guy just had a 1, 2, 3, 8 on 11 pitches. Have a fucking feel. You act like you're bringing in Mo, dude. Know your personnel. He has struggled recently. God damn it. Greg, it's not knowing personnel. It's fireable. It's fireable. That's a fucking
disgrace. Center cut. Oh my God. I'm sick.
I don't know if you can have as many like big hits to take leads in big spots and give them up so quickly like this baseball team has. I mean, this is going to be another monumental loss. All right, that could be avoided. Okay, Greg, because the other night in Atlanta could have been avoided if you pitched Sir Anthony, or even go to fucking Alvarado at that point. I don't even care. Go to somebody that's got some swing and miss stuff, please. All right, and then tonight you have a guy deal in the 8th, and you act like you got Mariano Rivera coming in, and you don't. You don't. So have the feel that Sir Anthony was great. Tonight's a must win. I'll worry about tomorrow when I get there. That's where the game of baseball is passing a lot of people by, especially when you don't have the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the guy. I mean, this is so deflating. So deflating. I have no confidence in this baseball team as this season progresses. Where's the confidence come? Okay, we get a big hit, a big knock, but literally give it right back. Right back.
Kid, it's his major league first home run, too.
And now you take Nick's bat out of the lineup. You put Roman Quinn in.
For Roman Quinn. And who's going to be up next inning? If we get there. Top of the lineup, right? Camargo made the last at bat. So you got Roman Quinn batting 4. So Sweeps just said it in the group chat. Why didn't Sir Anthony stay in?
What was I saying right after the inning, Greg? I mean, it's pretty obvious that me and Sweeps are pretty decent at what we do, right? And I'm not saying you don't. I'm just making the point because he chimed in with it. Like, we're doing it every day. We're doing it every day now. We're into it. They're into it on a lower level. He's into it on a high school level, and we're into this stuff. And it's the biggest common sense thing. The guy just dealt. Like, nothing was hit hard, right? He just dealt. 11 fucking pitches. And you run this guy out like it's freaking Brad Lynch. You know what I mean? Brad Lynch, Mariano Rivera, Hader. You run it out like it's Kenley Jansen in his prime. Grow up.
Yep.
Grow up, Joe. And you know what? Bigger than Joe, Corey, how about you come in and get an out? How about you come in and get an out, Corey? How about that too? But the missionary shit is why I hate baseball.
And you wanted to be, the loud guy in the other day saying, "Oh, that was my ball. I wanted that ball." I love that. But then don't come in here and then blow leads and blow saves. Right? Be that guy, but be that guy on the mound too. Oh my God, I'm sick. Wow. Tie game, 4-4. Going to extras. This is a mess.
Shit. We're such baseball junkies. It's just so funny.
And at what point do you lose the locker room, right? I mean, like you said, Tommy, you had a huge hit from Harper earlier in the week, and you saw the emotion of him running around the bases. You saw the emotion of Camargo and Castellanos after he hit that huge one tonight. And then they panned at Castellanos. He looked like his head was in his hands. Like, what are these? I know these guys aren't mashing, but when they do, and it makes a difference in a game, how many more of these are you going to waste?
We talk about timely hits like that, look better in a stat sheet than just the 7-1 or lose a baseball, right?
Yeah.
We've got 2 big homers that show up big in a stat sheet and in a game log, and both of those homers were then blown right after. I mean,
are for nothing.
Games, we're talking 6 outs or less, right? That's fucking unacceptable. It's not good enough, all right? It's no riding waves, right? Like I told my guys, hey, you got to ride the wave right now, right? You took momentum, you hushed it over on the other side. You hushed the crowd per se, right? So take the momentum and run with it. Run with it. It's contagious, right? This baseball team can't take any momentum and run with it. Period. If it's starting pitching, giving the momentum to the lineup, or the lineup giving the momentum to the staff, nobody's riding it. And then you add on the fact of feel. This is why Gabe Kapler's not here. For everybody that yells and screams about Gabe, he had 0 feel here. Guess what happens though? Guys get fired and they take a step away. He's a meticulous motherfucker. So he would take a step away and try to find out what he's doing wrong and try to be better. And we watch a guy get better in San Francisco. Credit to him. Okay? Right? I'll give credit where credit's due. Mm-hmm. All right? But it wasn't going to happen here. He needed the change. He needed the slap. Right? He needed the Will Smith smack in the face to say, wake up. This guy, his Miami job he did was phenomenal. But his years in New York, averaging 86 wins a year, like how hard is it to hand the ball to Mo in the 9th? Like, come on, man. I'm winning 87, 88 games there through those years. I'm averaging 88 wins. Come on. And then you don't watch what we all watched tonight? You don't watch Sir Anthony stuff be electric? It was moving all over the country.
It was stupid.
You're a former catcher. You played a long time in the big leagues. Throw the fucking binder and whatever they tell you physically about a guy and throw it away for a night. It's a must-win. Shut him down for 2 more days. You said it to me, and I said, fine, I shut him down before the inning started. I shut him down for 2 days because this is must-win right now. I worry about tomorrow. Freaking pussy. What it is? It's scared.
It is.
Scared. I'm not perfect in my decisions on a baseball field. I'll never act like I am, right? Never. But the one thing I can leave, like trying to hold, what are you swinging at, dude? Trying to hold out hope for is that I made the right field moves. And if I made the right field moves, I can leave feeling okay about myself.
Yep.
But if you're not even making those moves well, woo. This guy swings at a 2-0 out of the zone.
Get out of play.
Pops this up.
Son of a. Are you kidding me? Is Stott that much faster than Camargo, by the way?
Huh?
Is Stott that much faster than Camargo, by the way? Like I don't get the put Stott in for Camargo at this point of the game.
This is where you play for the if you're coming in that inning thinking they might tie it. This is where you don't take Castellanos out. You take Schwarber out. You know the runner's on second. There's Quinn's spot. He bunts. Okay, I mean, come on. I mean, this is fucking easier than these guys making.
Or just have Schwarber bunt.
You took out the guy who just hit the.
That's why I asked when the move happened.
If I'm taking a bat out right now, the only bat I'm taking out is Schwarber. The way the bats he had. So why not put Quinn in there and now you're bunt mode? Idiot. The ball. Idiot.
Or if you do leave him in, why don't you just bunt him anyway? Yeah, there's last three personnel moves make zero sense. First of all, it's to bring a Knievel in. And then you take out Castellanos, whose bat's probably going to be more important if you get there than Schwarber's is.
Yep. Because then there's going to walk hard. Like if
they're walking Harper now. Yeah, they're walking Harper.
If Alec gets out, they're walking Harper. And now who they got to face? A Double or Quinn?
Roman Quinn.
That's fun.
And then again, like Bryce Stott.
Right, that's fireable.
It should be. Like, why start the game? Like, why wasn't he in there the whole time? It's a righty today, right? You know what I mean? Like, again, if he's not ready, then we need a shortstop, right? You know what I mean? Like, then we need a guy if he's not ready.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's fully ready yet.
Fair.
But
what's the point of bringing him in to run? You know what I mean? Like, you have Camargo playing shortstop. I think he'd be able to move.
Yeah, he just made a great play. Like,
he just made a great play.
Like, this is the no feel. Oh, my God. No feel. This guy has no feel. No fucking feel. No feel.
There you go. Yep. Now we're just Harper. Don't even put your gloves on. Just put your oven mitt on, and just go to first. And here we go, Roman Quinn.
Yeah, I'd probably put $2,000 on Roman Quinn striking out right now if I could.
By the way, I love and Harper takes a lot of heat in the city, and sometimes rightfully so, right? But I love that he's gone back to that widen out 2-strike approach, right? Where he's just all rock and just trying to put a ball in play. I don't know if you've noticed it over the last couple weeks.
Oh, I've noticed it.
He's gone back to
how many
wide
kids
base.
You know how many kids I put in that stance?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I lose power. No, you don't. No, you don't. You calm yourself down.
Who cares? You got 2 strikes.
I'm not making everybody a robot, but you calm yourself down. Wouldn't it be great if he had like a double down the line though? And there was the pitch. No, that's a wrap. You know what I mean? Guy hits a triple right now. I mean, this is where you need somebody to pick us up now. Now you got to make your manager look good here.
Roman, you're a major league player here right now, so would be nice. I wonder if he's a star or a superstar.
I'll take the bottom of the ladder. Come on, dude. This miss a spot. Find a barrel. Like, find his barrel. It's almost like front toss. Find his barrel.
Yeah.
Find his swing path for me one time.
Goes from cooking 100 to that 90 break. Holy shit. That was stupid. God, I hate that the Mets are relevant again. That's the worst part about this all.
Come strike three. Remember the 2K?
Real. Would have really loved to have Castellanos batting a line up there.
It's probably a ball, but
All right. $86-79, 9 minutes to go in the fourth. Celtics up 7.
how much time's left? Sorry, Greg.
9 minutes. Just under 9 minutes.
How much money would you put on this game's a wrap that they score right here?
If Boston scores?
No. I'm still on the other game.
Oh, the other game? Oh, yeah. Oh, they're scoring. Because who you going to now? Who you going to? Let's see, because they updated it pretty quickly. Knievel threw 9 pitches. Would you roll him out again?
Well, yeah, and now he will. Now he'll roll him out again.
Dude, I thought the same thing. And you got the top of the lineup.
This is a wrap. This is a bunt, or they'll put a ball in play.
So you got Marte.
Oh God.
Do you have?
This is over.
Did Gourmet hit?
If we get
Marte made the last. So it's Lindor, Alonso, Escobar.
It's over. Ground ball, fly ball, game over. It's over. If they somehow
Marte started second base.
If they somehow find a way to get out of this, I think they'll end up winning the game somehow. You know what I mean? If they can get out of this. But obviously if they don't, it's over. But if it's over, then things need to happen. Because you can't lose another game like this. Dude, listen, I've watched a lot of baseball. You've watched a lot of baseball. I know our family out there watching us and listening to us right now. I've watched a lot of baseball. This is, I mean, you talk about finding different ways to lose, but the same ways. I mean, this is Exhibit A. Exhibit A, watch the Philadelphia Phillies nightly. I mean, if you want to watch bad baseball, just watch the Phillies.
Oh, my God. They left Knievel in the game.
It's a freaking joke. It's a joke.
I guess Dominguez, Sir Anthony need to stay under 10 then. That's the magic number. Good God. 2 innings. Now he's going to be done for 2 days. What's the difference?
Yeah, he's gonna be all over the map too, because his buttholes is tight. Not enough lube to get that thing opened up.
No.
Can you get a strikeout?
This is incredible. I would just love to hear the explanation for the last, like I said, I'll go back to the last 3 moves, right? We talked about it. Why move Odubel to right? I get the 3 I get they had lefty coming up, but you're taking your best bat or the guy that just hit your biggest hit of the night out of the lineup.
Yep.
Sir Anthony dealt, and he only threw 11 pitches, and you go away from him. And then the most secondary of all of them, because after that it's a moot point. But why? What was the point in pinch running stop for Camargo at this point of the game? It's not like stops Ricky Henderson stealing bases.
Yeah, you put in a cold guy over a warm guy. Like, that makes sense too.
Yeah.
Lindor's been hot as a pistol too, so you would expect a base hit or something to the right side. Wow, that's late. That's late. Whoa, get out of Dodge. There's another pitch. Add that on. He's not pitching for 5 days. Lindor's over 4-2, so that just smells hit. Smell hit. 0-2. Can you get a strikeout? Oh. I can't believe that Escobar makes that catch too on Schwarber.
Yeah.
That just sums up a lot.
Yep.
He sums up a lot, right?
Yeah, when you're going bad, you're going bad.
Guy swings 2-0 up in the zone. Fouls it off, probably a ball. 3-0 count, everything changes. Everything changes. It's the little stuff. When you're struggling, this is what happens, right? You watch it just out coaching with different kids when they're not going right. You know what I mean? They'll take the attaboy. They'll take the cock shot, right? For a strike, and then they'll go over their hands and swing a miss. And it's like you're not seeing it.
Yeah.
Right? It happens at every level when you're just not seeing it. And he's not seeing it well. So everybody can on base percentage me and all these other things. It's unacceptable. I don't care about the home runs, right? I care more about the strikeouts and situational hitting. And I need guys that are situational hitters. I mean, we talked about the Mets on how they're, where they stack up in terms of exit velo and all the other bullshit. But they're like first or top 5 now in balls in play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, time's yours.
And
for all my junkies who talk about the long ball, time's yours.
And when you face lineups or defensive lineups like you do so many times in a year, like the Phillies, balls in play are usually going to turn out to be your friend.
Yep. What up, Spells? Yeah, I mean, Girardi should be fired after tonight. I mean, we talked about it. Sir Anthony should.
There it is.
What?
Oh, Duval, there's a guy on first. Oh, I'm sorry. It don't matter. I was thinking the second runner was it. But I'm like, dude, you just gave up on that ball. Like, that guy on first wasn't scoring. Didn't matter. I'll still yell at Duval, though. Well, that was fun. Wow. Is this for life? We just get swept by the Mets. Well, we were losers of 4 of 5. Now we're losers of 5 of 6. Now we're losers of 4 in a row. Castellanos, I hear you, brother.
What are you doing? Just laying there?
Yeah, he's just like sulking on the bench, like, what the freak? Wow. And then we got the Giants coming into town and the Angels coming into town. So it's not like it's going to get any easier.
Yeah, I don't.
For the Phillies.
I don't care. We're easy for everybody else.
Oh, we definitely are that. Yes.
You know, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I can't believe I'm saying it. Memorial Day. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not a fire guy. You know me. You know me with certain things. But tonight, when I can sit here and make the moves for you, that's a problem. That's a problem, family.
And again, we said it earlier, right? It's not like this is the move that's going to make everything better, right? It's not like firing Joe all of a sudden is going to fix our bullpen. It's not like firing Joe is all of a sudden going to make Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins hit 230, right? It's not like firing Joe is all of a sudden going to fill that shortstop spot with some able body. However, it's the only thing that you could do right now that's going to change something. And you hope that that's it. You hope that these guys, I don't know. I don't know what it's tough. It's tough to be this. I don't want to say early in the season, but can you lose a locker room by May as a head coach? You know what I mean? Can you lose a locker room by June 1st?
I don't know. You're about to.
I would think so. Your two highest paid players had two of the biggest hits in the last week, and you lose both of those games in the 7th inning or later. Like, you ask those guys, you pay those guys that money to come up with those hits. And they do. And then we lose that game. We lose both those games.
Correct.
It's unbelievable. I can't.
And both circle back to the guy who, why isn't he throwing? Right?
Yeah,
So the Atlanta circles back to, why Sir Anthony?
Why didn't you put him in the game?
Yeah, why Sir Anthony not throwing? He had Monday off. What's the problem here? Right?
Yeah.
And then you go to the night, and he does throw in the 8th, and I just made a post about it. His stuff was electric. His stuff was
electric. Stupid.
So sometimes you got to go off the beaten path and say, hey, I'll have Corey ready, right? I'll have Corey ready, but I'm going to give you the ball in the 9th because top 9 was quick. If top 9's long, I go to Corey. But top 9 being so fast too, then it's a no-brainer. And Corey's ready, but Sir Anthony gets the ball in the 9th. And if that equals 2 days shutdown after that, so be it. So be it. Tonight equals must-win mode. Tonight is Game 7 of the World Series, hypothetically, because of how you came back as well.
Mm-hmm.
You have to feel it out. And then on top of it, you don't even think about in your mind that this could end up being 4-4, right? I'm only up 1. So instead of putting Quinn in for Nick, I put Quinn in for Schwartz. So if we go to extras, I got the bunt already in place.
Mm-hmm. And you're playing for 1, right? Because that's all you are, extras. Oh, God.
Well, Joe's my crumb of the week. Phillies are my crumb of the decade. And I'll continue to ride that. So give me your crumb.
I was going to go there, especially the way this ended. I'm with you. Until something changes, whatever it is, right? I don't care if you fire a pitching coach, fire a hitting coach, fire me from watching them ever again. That's fine. Oh, Max Strus with the follow. 98-89, 2:30 left. Celtics up 9. No, I mean, it's going to be the Phillies until something changes, whether that's Joe Girardi being gone or what. Like, because it's not getting easier. Like I said, you got San Francisco coming in, then you got the Angels coming in. Unfortunately, we're going to miss Ohtani. I wanted to see Ohtani up close. We're going to miss Ohtani, at least pitching-wise. He'll probably hit 7 out of Citizens Bank Park, though.
Yeah, I don't even care anymore. I don't care. You got to go win like 10 in a row for me to even start to care. Start to care. You got to go win 10 in a row, and that's not going to happen. So for me, it's I'm not going to continue to get my hopes up on a team that I thought could win 90 games. And honestly, they've had the chance to win 90 games.
And that's not far-fetched, right? When your over-under is 84, 85 and a half, to think a team with this payroll could go over that by 5 is not egregious, right? You know what I mean? Your payroll says you should be there. It looks like this game's a wrap.
Yep, and I ain't gonna cover that either for me. Why would they? Why would you get beat? You're gonna get beat by double digits at home.
I don't get the Kobe wristband from Tatum. I mean, obviously it's Kobe, but like I don't get the wristband. Is it like is Jimmy not on the floor? Oh, he's up there. Okay.
The foul.
Yeah, they put the whistles away here.
Yeah, it's not over yet. I mean, it's a 7-point game. They're acting like it's a wrap. Like, play some defense, guys. You're not out of that. Good closeout, Jimmy. Yeah, I was saying, it's not over yet. I mean, you're a 3-ball away from interesting stuff or even a bucket.
Oh, my God. Kyle didn't get that foul either? Jesus. These refs just swallowed these whistles.
Swallowed it. Like it was over. I kept saying it's not over. They're so.
Oh, my gosh. He called offensive foul on Brown there? Holy shit.
Wow, this is still a game, Greg.
Oh, my gosh.
They're hacking.
Of all the whistles to blow, you're going to blow this one.
Yeah, they're literally hack-a-shacking.
Oh, my God. I mean, he did elbow him in the face, but, like, they were just destroying each other up and down the floor the last 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's a foul. That's a little bit worse.
Maybe you do get it. Maybe you do get a cover out of here. That's what I do, Sean. That's what I do, brother.
You're a 3-ball away. Wow, maybe a flag? Are they going flag, Don?
Uh-oh. 2 shots and the ball? No, but Tommy, you're right. Real quick, just circling back to the Phillies, right? You're past the point of like trying to get the fan base back by just winning series, right? Like that's how the Mets jumped out to this large lead in the division. Is they won a lot of series, but you're past that point now. You're absolutely correct. Now you got to go out and win 8 in a row, 8 of 10, right? And then you get yourself back in the spot to where winning series matter. But until you roll off of an 8 or 10 game, 12 game winning streak, forget winning series. It doesn't. It's not enough at this point. Sure, it helps. You win more games than you lose, so that always helps. But you're past that in a sense of just trying to solve the issues that you have.
I agree.
$4:05 tomorrow, and we play tomorrow. Oh, it's Memorial Day. I'm like, why are they playing at 4:05 tomorrow? Memorial Day. Get two primetime games or 2 national games. ESPN again on Friday, and Fox on Saturday.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. What a joke.
No, it's so deflating. So deflating.
I mean, listen. I'll say it again. It's over, but it's not over. Right.
Oh, bucket.
Wow, you're that early on me? Wow.
Max Strus.
I told you it wasn't over, Greg. They were still playing. Wow, wow. If Boston lost this game, that would be one of the worst losses in the history of their franchise, if not the history of the NBA. Like if you blow that with 3 minutes to go, they'll probably get
you're up.
But if they don't,
oh my God.
Wow, come on. Close it, Jimmy. No way. Oh,
it had to come down to him too, didn't it? It had to come down to him too.
Oh, it came up short, Jimmy. Oh, my God.
I don't know why he settled. Like Jimmy's never been a good 3-point shooter, right? So why wouldn't you just go to the basket, Jimmy?
Take it to the rack.
You got Al Horford on you. Take him to the rack. It's not been his game.
That's a good
ever
look too.
In his career.
Oh, it's such a good look too.
There you go. Here's the cover right there. There's 3. Look at Vegas, dude. 190, 197 or 198's the over-under, and
Amazing.
3 is the line. Like, fucking Vegas.
Miss this, Marcus. Miss it. Miss it. No. All right.
Does Spo have something up his sleeves?
All right. I mean, still, you're again, you're 3 ball away from a ball game.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe he took the 3.
And look at it. He's wide open. Just give it a hezzy and go. Because Tatum's not helping off the Struce. Not after that shot that he just had.
Oh. Don't start. Where's KZ at?
That's what I said, Don. Of course it comes down to him, right? Of course it comes down to him.
See you, Spells. Love you, brother.
Spells, see you, brother.
We're trying to be great. You know what I mean? I won't be on next week. The boys will be. I get a couple days down, so I'll be down the shore for a few with the rolls. So, but we try to be great. It's a tough time of year, especially when your baseball team has had a lot of expectations, and
oh yeah,
they stink. They stink. Not like individually, but as a whole, as a collective group, they stink. So somebody every night. Somebody different every night. And I'll say it again. Watch your guys' stuff. You should know by this point of the year your guys' stuff. Sir Anthony's stuff was really good in the 8th. We said it right when it was over. 11 pitches. All right, we run them back out.
Yep.
Run it back. They did not. We'll be on with our boy DJ Eastwood tomorrow night, 10 o'clock here on A2D Radio. To run it back and HUD collab. So if you're not watching, make sure you're watching. But yep, I mean, so that's my crumb, Greg. It's sad. I know it's yours too. Oh, that's a foul. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a foul. Where's KZ? He disappeared. KZ, you good? You gooch? Wow, they don't even go to the line? Yeah.
Just looking back as they we've got 6 seconds left. Wow, Struce didn't get bumped on that. They didn't give him a call. Wow. Those refs were atrocious in that last minute of the game. Al Horford. There's another crumb. Al Horford, all of a sudden you can play basketball again.
Oh, you lying on the floor like you're MJ? Grow up, Al. I know you've never been to the finals before, but grow up. Laying on the floor like you're MJ. I can't even congratulate the Boston Celtics.
Another assistant coach, though, gone from our bench that is doing.
Yep.
Huh?
The Brett
tree. The Brett tree. Another assistant coach gone from our bench that is doing things in the NBA.
Well, players
not
play.
For us.
Players play, and they got damn good basketball players. That's why
they sure do.
That's why they're moving on. They got two fucking pimps, 2 young pimps, and a bunch of other guys that complement those young pimps extremely well. They're going to give Golden State a run for sure. I don't think they win it. I would pick Golden State in 6 or 7.
Agreed.
Maybe 7. But listen, man, they're there for a reason. And as much as I don't need to see Golden State win any more championships, I can't watch Boston win one.
No.
Because that would be the ultimate dagger.
Yeah.
But I would also know they're not winning back-to-back, so next year opens it up.
Yeah. But real quick, before we get out of here, because I know we want to roll, you go out to Seattle, go out to LA, you win 2 big series out there.
Yep.
And then you come home to your friendly confines, and then you've lost 4 series in a row. Like you thought a road trip, right? How many times we talk about too early in the year? Get out on a road trip. Go get away from home, right? Get to the point where it's just you and your guys, right? You know what I mean? And how good that is. And you go play a great road trip and that loss on Sunday to the game we gave up, right? Another bullpen loss game we gave up, that late game against the Dodgers has then trickled down because, like I said, we've lost 4 straight series since then.
It goes back to this baseball team not being able to carry momentum.
Yeah.
And none of the good stuff turns into contagiousness or momentum. And that's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. Thanks, KZ. He showed his face. I see.
There he is.
He choked it out, dude. He choked it out. It happens, though. I mean, I would have rather seen him drive to the bucket.
Yeah.
And make it a 1-point game in that situation, or tie it. Sorry, it would have tied it. And
No, I think it would have been a 1. Yeah, you're right. It would have tied it. Yeah. Because he was going for the lead there.
Yeah, he's going for the lead. I go for the tie there at home. You always go for the tie at home. So I go for the tie, but screw the Celtics. But covered the 11. We'll take that at least after.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Phillies, I assumed the Phillies were going to win tonight. And they gave me a chance, and then I lost that. So good stuff. That's why I'm even more mad at Joe and this baseball team. And, people are telling me that Knable's a closer online, and I would just tell you people, relax. Relax. That's all. Relax.
It worked out well for us.
Yeah. It's been a good time. College baseball. Is that a joke?
What's that?
No college baseball.
No, he's on right now.
No. I like I only got team futures. You got nothing.
Oh. Yeah, because this is the last night. This is it. Right now, you got Oregon State, Stanford live.
You gave me no live options on the gambling tip. All right, fam. Thanks for joining us. I'm not congratulating the Boston Celtics, but I'm congratulating the Boston Celtics. So Boston Warriors should be a great series.
Should be fun. I think it starts on Thursday.
Let's go Warriors, but I'm going, let's go Warriors. And I don't know when it starts. I forget. Thursday? Okay. Yep. So a little bit of time. So we'll dive into that when it gets here. And we'll be here to talk to you off the ledge about the Phillies for as long as we can. And we're on the ledge with you. So, I mean, I've already jumped. Like, I'm already midair. So, I mean, maybe something changes and somebody catches me. Like, oh, let's just save time.
Let's throw Tom a rope.
Throw Tom a rope. Get a helicopter in there. Because I'm out. I'm out. Tonight, I told you this. I sat here and told you what was going to happen. Is that they're going to end up winning this game after we take the lead. Just like the other night. And they did the exact same thing. When we start being able to sit here and predict it, Greg, that's bad soup.
It's not good.
And I see Eddie. And Eddie didn't hear me earlier. But I said credit to Gabe Kapler because obviously a firing woke him up on some of his flaws. Okay? Because he had plenty here. Not the entire blame doesn't go always on the manager, but he had plenty here. And the players had plenty here. Same thing's going on here. Joe's got plenty of the blame, and the players got plenty of the blame. And up top has plenty of the blame too. Because you don't have a closer. Sir Anthony is your closer, and you have to act like it. The only times I got to say it. He's the only guy on this team with closer stuff. The only other guy who has closer stuff is Alvarado, but he can't throw strikes. So the only guy who has closer stuff out of all of them is Sir Anthony. Is he going to be 45 out of 45? No. But he's way more stable to me and more upside than Corey Knable.
Agreed.
How many times this guy got to show you he's not it?
And I'd rather roll with him. I'd rather watch games losing with him than Knable again.
Me too.
Yep.
See, Eddie, that's a fraud comment. I don't hope Gabe Kapler sweeps them. Like, you're not a Phillies fan. You can need to already going now. You probably saw my post. You got my alerts on, babe. We know that. So you saw Fire Joe right now. When I can sit here and tell you Sir Anthony needs to run back out in the ninth or you're going to lose, right, after 11 pitches, and the way he threw, and you can't make that judgment from being live on the field, It's time to go. The fact that you didn't play this, you're going to act like you played it because you pitched Knable, your closer, in the 9th. But no, that's missionary. That's acting like it's Mariano Rivera or Hader or a lot of the Kenley Jansen prime, like a lot of the really damn good electric guys, and you acted like that's who you have back there. You don't. We all know it. You should know it. Now, you didn't watch what the guy did? 11 pitches? Come on, Joe. That's a feel thing. Feel things is why I fired Gabe. Now, Gabe woke up to his problems. And credit to Gabe. He fixed a lot of the issues that he did here. And I hate saying it because I don't spit out my ice cream. But I always keep it real with people. I play it that way. Especially on shows when you can actually understand the context. Joe's gone now. Happy Memorial Day.
I wish I got that alert.
Listen, if I could fire John Middleton, I would have fired him a half a decade ago. Freaking disgusted. What a terrible loss. We're out of here. We're brought to you by our doc. Make him yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill locations. They accept most major insurances. Tell the doc we sent you. SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com.
Talk about someone with some feel. Doc's the GOAT.
Doc is the GOAT. We're also brought to you by FanUp, and FanUp is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports. They have daily NBA contests, and they'll have it throughout, the finals here, and MLB contests as well. Great NFL contests. So you can win great prizes. Sign up today. Use our promo code A2D for 5,000 bonus points, $50 value. You can download FanUp right on the Apple Store. Make sure you use our promo code. So, great show, Greg.
Awesome, Tommy.
I know the other boys will be back next week. I mean, Sweeps is always up in the air when you're talking about travel ball. So
for sure.
But I'll get a little short sea isle time. I'm excited about some sea isle time.
Giddy up.
Wildwood was nice, but I'm a sea isle guy.
Yeah.
You know where we go. We were on the beach together there when we were young puppies, Greg.
Probably.
We were.
Absolutely. No, I'm saying we probably were. Yeah, for sure.
That's factual. I can't give you how many times, but we were. You were in Ocean View. I'm sure you were in Ocean View a few times at the lake, and I don't even.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember it, but I'm sure you were there with the Cunninghams. Listen.
For sure.
So me and Greg go back. There. Me and Greg go back. We don't even know we go back. We gotta have our moms tell us. Amazing.
That's so true.
Yeah, amazing. But listen, we appreciate every one of you guys, though. I mean that.
We do love
our algorithm's obviously messed up on Facebook because I feel like nobody's seeing our shit. But over on YouTube, we appreciate you. We appreciate you over on Twitter, and make sure if you haven't, go check us out on all the podcast forums. We're everywhere. Love you all. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Greg. Sweeps, Wills. Love you guys too. Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Yes.
And a big thank you to every soldier that has lost their life for this country. It's not talked about enough. I still don't think we take care of our military well enough after the fact, but that's a story for another day. The survivors, even the people that we've lost, I don't think their families have been taken care of enough. All right, but we'll take care of Ukraine. That's a story for another day. But maybe time to start taking care of our veterans.
For sure.
Time to take care of veterans and
no question.
And one other thing, you have a lot of great veterans out there, and a lot of great ones that would take $50K. That be in front of every school in this country. So, I think it's time to think about that. I think it's time to think about that. Our children shouldn't be going to school scared. They should not. And there's a fix to it, an easy solution. Not only are the locking of the doors, but just protection. And that shouldn't make any kid scared. That's going to make every kid feel safer. Mm-hmm. And it's as simple as that. So it's time for us and all our taxpayer money to go to the things that are really going to protect all our children in this country, because I send my thoughts and prayers to everything that happened, and the young kids and the teachers that lost their life when it should never happen. And I'll leave it there. And I love you all, and hug your kids, right? Hug your loved ones, because world's a crazy place. But sports is the escape. That's why we're here. We're out of here.